girl and me know that our love will last forever. My girl and me know that we two belong together. But sometimes it seems I shatter our dreams with some careless word or foolish lie. Me and my girl, we've got each other, whatever life may send us. Me and my girl, we've got each other, however life may bend us. Sure, we'll see tears fall. Love never was all rainbows, but there'll always be me and my girl and me.
Here's a time check for you. It's just coming up to 8:23. Now we have the latest Brighton rock item to move up the charts from the coast.
Isabel, he's on! Oh, wow. Isn't he just...
Oh, yes, isn't he?
Oh, hasn't he got gorgeous?
Oh, he has.
Doesn't he make you want to?
Oh, he does.
I'm off now, Sam!
Different nuclei consist of different...
Oh, Sam, you know I don't like you watching television this early.
Dad, this is the Open University Physics course. It's really helpful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't know you were interested in physics, Isabel.
Oh, I'm not, Mr. Hannett, but I'll watch anything on the telly.
Oh, Dad?
Yeah?
Hey, before you go, could you sign this to school, please?
Okay. There we are. Mustache. Bye.
Thanks, Dad.
Sam, what did I just sign?
Just something about that French thing I told you about.
Well, what French thing? Come on, let me see.
Oh, you know, it'll help to improve my French language.
You'll hear some of my English language if you don't hand it over. Come on. Dear Headmistress, I hereby authorise my daughter's name to be listed Exchange École de Saint-Denis, Paris, for 1 month. Have I just authorised your deportation to France?
Dad, it's only to stay with the family.
We'll talk about this later.
He has such a beautiful voice.
Dad has.
No, this physics lecturer. And his moustache quivers when he smiles.
Morning, Mr. Yates.
Morning, Liz.
Notice anything different?
You're here before me. Well done, Liz.
Nah, look.
New earrings?
No.
New lipstick?
Nah.
New teeth?
Look. I'm typing without looking at the keys.
Is that a good idea?
You're supposed to. And I've only just learned, so you know what that means.
Yes, we better order a few extra gallons of Tippex.
Oh, Mr. Yates, I've been doing evening classes in shorthand and typing.
Well done, Liz. It's good to find somebody taking a pride and interest in their work. That's so rare these days.
Yeah, and when I finish the course, I'll be a skilled worker, and I'm going for a whacking great pay rise.
Yes, that's not so rare these days. Morning, Simon. How do you get on? Oh, don't come that with me. You're probably up half the night trying to work it out. Here's my answer. I made it annual profit before tax, 83,496 and 7p.
No, not quite. In fact, nowhere near that. I make it a loss of £2,008, 2p.
A loss?
You did run this through a computer?
No, I did it all up here.
Oh, that explains the mess then.
Typing in your sleep? Sorry, Mrs. Cresset. I was just trying to improve my speed, and I'm learning shorthand. Want to dictate something?
Yes. Dear Liz, 3 cups of coffee, please. Yours, etc., Nell Cresset.
No. What I mean is I don't see how you got from this figure to that figure.
Well, by dividing those with these, after I multiplied that with this, which was left over after I'd moved the decimal point.
Well, I don't see the point.
It's there, that little round point.
I don't see why you moved it.
Well, how did you arrive at this figure? Use a Chinese abacus, did you? Morning now.
Don't we overpay our accountants to do all this?
No, it's Sam's maths homework.
My Emma's homework.
Well, if it's their homework, why are you two doing it?
Well, now that they're in the same class, they feel they've got to compete with each other.
Silly, isn't it?
Yes, extremely. Now, shall we get on with some office work?
Right. Now, this morning we discuss our promotion for the British Annual Promotions Award, and I'm having lunch with Simon. Simon? Who's Simon?
You are Simon.
Oh, I'm having lunch with you, Derek.
I'm sorry, I can't manage that, Nell. I'm having my legs waxed.
This must be yours, Derek.
So, you and I lunch.
Right. And Liz, next year, do you think we could all have different colour diaries?
Rightio.
Nell, I never knew you had your legs.
That'll do.
Right, now the awards promotion.
I can take it all down in shorthand.
Huh? Oh, yeah, fine. Now, apart from securing the lucrative contract to this promotion, we have here a unique chance to impress the rest of the industry with our own abilities.
Ultimately, with a view to... Is that a squiggle for ultimately?
No, that says Mr. Yates.
Oh, no, look. That's me, that little wiggly thing.
Yes.
Derek, could you finish what you were saying?
Yes. Ultimately, with a view to...
Oh, hang about. I haven't written down yet. Derek, could you finish what you were saying?
Liz, you don't have to write down interruptions.
Oh, sorry.
Right, now, Derek?
I've forgotten what I was going to say now.
Oh, before I forget, we're dealing directly with Mr. Finlay MacDonald and Mr. Robert Payne.
Liz, why aren't you writing this down?
Mrs. Cresset said I wasn't to write down interruptions.
I just remembered what I was going to say.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to put it through.
Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we wait till Liz gets back?
What?
No, her shorthand takes too long.
No, what I suggest...
Mr. Harrop,
Now what, Liz?
your daughter Sam phoned. She thought you'd like to know that you've done her maths homework all wrong.
Oh.
Now do you see the point?
And Mr. Yates got Emma's wrong and all.
Yes, I think I do.
Have this on me, Simon.
Well, thank you, Derek.
Not at all. There was just one other thing. Did Sam mention the school exchange trip to France?
Yes, she mentioned it this morning, actually.
What did you say?
I said I'd think about it.
That means she can go.
No, it doesn't. It means I'd think about it.
Why didn't you say yes or no?
Because I haven't made up my mind.
Of course you haven't, because Sam's making it up for you, isn't she? Just as Emma's trying to make up my mind, it's letting her go as well.
And what did you say to Emma?
I said I'd think about it. I only said that to buy time, whereas you are actually thinking about it. Meanwhile, Sam works on you, Emma works on me. They've already got us doing their homework for them.
And look, Derek, you are talking about our two 15-year-old daughters, not the CIA.
KGB would be more accurate. This morning, after I helped Emma with her maths homework, she tried to trick me into signing that form allowing her to go to France.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching the Open University physics course, and she innocently said, Dad, sign this for school, please.
No.
So watch out for that one, son.
I will, thank you very much. But what is so important about this little school trip to France, anyway?
She's already getting to you. It's not a little trip, it's a whole month in Paris with her family.
Well, it could be very educational.
Well, I learnt my lesson on that day trip to Boulogne with Muriel and the kids.
Oh. Is that the one when you brought me back a half-empty bottle of Armagnac?
Yeah. The fare was £15 each, return, right?
Right.
Cost me 478 quid in the end. It turned into an orgy of spending. If they saw anything that was cheaper than in Britain, they had to have it. They bought 2 cases of assorted yogurts, a gallon of nut oil, several strings of onions, and 2 enormous sacks of dried prunes. They looked like displaced vegetarians. I was even sillier. I was there wheeling a French lawnmower onto the hovercraft.
They're a lot more bother on a hover.
Yes. I had that shouted at me for the whole 3-hour journey.
It takes half an hour.
Weather got a bit rough. That's when your present got half drunk.
I forgive you.
That was Muriel who drank it. Oh. Yeah. I was too busy honking up over the... Yeah. Well, you see what this means, Simon? I mean, that was just one day. I mean, if Emma goes for a whole month, think what she'll do to me then. I mean, Muriel's already asked her to look out for an electronic prune stoner.
I think you've just convinced me, Derek. I'd better not let Sam go to Paris.
Oh, you're a pal, Simon. The palliest. I knew you'd understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. If I let Sam go to Paris, Emma will be jealous and moan to Muriel. Muriel will be livid and start getting niggly with you. Then you'll get tetchy and start whinging at me. And quite frankly, Derek, I cannot stand your whinging.
Me? Whinge? I certainly do not. Oh, no, not me. No, son. Whinging is when someone goes on and on and on and on. Very boringly and tedious and tiresomely and, oh, God, I'm whinging, aren't I?
My girl and me, we got each other.
Whereas in dynamic equilibrium, something is changing in a steady way. A chemical reaction in a closed system, proceeding as fast in one direction as the other. So that the
Isabel,
concentrations
are you
of the
watching?
reactants
Advanced
remain constant.
physics.
What?
We can see this on the
Oh, is Dad home then?
chemical
No.
reaction is
Isn't he
taking place now.
gorgeous?
Who?
Him. I just love the way he says dynamic equilibrium. I think he might be Welsh.
Don't know, but I think he might be 50.
Away you go.
Isabel, these Open University programs were made years ago. I mean, look at that awful floral shirt he's wearing.
I don't care. Oh, the next programme's on tomorrow morning at 6:30 on the interactions of particles.
Oh, wow. Do wake me for it.
OK.
Oh, Isabel, I reckon you're off your dynamic equilibrium.
Evening, all.
Evening, Mr. Harrop. Hi, Dad. How was the office?
Well, a bit confused, actually. Liz insisted on typing with her eyes closed and speaking in shorthand.
Here's the second post.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, any mail for me?
Oh, stacks. There's the phone bill, access account, garage bill, and they're all addressed to S. Harrop.
Dad, what you need is a few cheery cards and letters from abroad.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just think. If I went to France on the school exchange scheme, I could send you a cheery postcard every day for a month.
Oh, I see. So I fork out your fare, I buy you new clothes, I give you extra spending money, so I get a cheery card from Paris every day. Hey, what an exciting proposition.
But Dad, a month in Paris would broaden my mind.
Yes, and narrow my wallet. Anyway, you do quite well with your exams.
I know, but my French accent is awful.
So's your English one.
Look, Dad, I would only be staying with a French family for a month, and then their daughter could come and live here for a month.
Yeah, but that's another thing, Sam. Have you any idea what it's like to have a complete stranger in your home? No matter how hard they try, they're still never one of the family.
Dad.
No, please, let me hear this. Let me finish. I mean, especially people that aren't even English, you know. I mean, they have strange manners and eating habits, and they behave most oddly for no reason whatsoever. I mean, don't you agree? Don't you agree?
Oh, Dad. Look, all the French kids that want to do this exchange are coming on a day trip to London tomorrow.
Has Harrods been warned?
And there's a French evening at school where you can have nice free wine and cheese and meet them and their young attractive mums. Some of whom are divorced or widowed.
Oh, it sounds a lot of fun. Perhaps we should send a few orphans along to help with the jollity.
Dad, please.
Now, look, Sam, I'm going to say something to you in French now. And I want you to listen very carefully, and I hope you understand. No.
I'm not exaggerating, Nell. Do you remember that day trip to Boulogne with Muriel and the kids?
Was that when you brought me back a gallon of body lotion?
That's right.
I wasn't sure whether to be flattered or furious.
Muriel insisted that it was a bargain. Now, Emma's just as bad. If she's let loose in Paris for a whole month, I shall have to apply for an import licence.
Well, Samantha isn't like that. Anyhow, I don't see why my granddaughter's education should suffer just because your family are wild spendthrifts and you're too woolly to stop them.
Hi, Nell.
Morning, Simon.
Bonjour, Derek.
Liz has typed up the notes and is getting them copied.
Good.
Why did you greet me like that?
Like what?
Bonjour, Derek.
Well, your name is Derek, isn't it?
You said bonjour in French.
Yes.
Ah, you've given way, haven't you? Sam's got it. You said yes.
I've said no. And you?
Said I was still thinking about it.
Oh, Derek!
Emma's been getting at me. She goes on about this French evening with its divorced wine and widowed cheese and free women.
Yeah, Sam said the same. Well, almost the same.
She's also dug out Muriel's old Sacha Distel records and keeps playing them. She even shows me photos of Pauline's mum on holiday in Saint-Tropez, you know, topless.
Yeah, Sam does that.
What?
Cuts the tops off people's heads when she takes holiday photos.
No. I mean that she...
I know what you mean.
Here's yesterday's notes. I done them last night.
I did them last night.
You couldn't have, because I had them.
Well done, Liz. What's this?
I don't remember saying a large turnip was expected on the night.
The charwoman should be a big cog in British infantry.
I think we better start again and I'll take the notes.
Mr. Yates?
Yeah?
It's Muriel.
Oh, God, what was her voice? High-pitched, low-pitched or gravelly?
High-pitched.
I'd better take it outside. Oh, Liz, I'd rather you referred to my wife as Mrs. Yates, not Muriel.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Mrs. Yates.
Now, Simon.
Oh, dear.
What?
When you say, now, Simon, it's a severe reprimand rather than, Simon, now, which is just a mild rebuke.
Well, stand by for a severe reprimand. Why isn't Samantha going on this French thing?
Oh, don't you start, Nell. It's far too expensive. Derek and I've worked it out.
You did? You two can't even do fourth-year maths homework. Look, I realise it's a bit expensive for Derek, but he's got a big mortgage, a family, 2 cars, several pets, and a Muriel.
Well, exactly. Exactly. So if I let Sam go, Derek's life will be made hell by Muriel and Emma.
And if you don't let Sam go, your life will be made hell by Nell.
That's not fair.
Oh, I realise that. So I will pay for my granddaughter to go to France. Well?
I'll think about it.
Now, Simon...
Oh, I thought about it. Right, what would you like?
I'd like one, please.
Bonsoir, tout le monde.
I feel really daft being here. I don't even speak French.
You don't even
Dad.
have to speak French, Isabel. You're here, one of the family.
Thank you. Even my own family don't think of me as one of the family.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Oh, there's Pauline.
Was that her mum?
No, silly, that's her French pen pal.
Oh, now listen, Nell, you promised me first thing tomorrow morning you'll tell Derek it was your idea to come here and that you'll pay for Sam?
Of course I will. You're not frightened of him suddenly, are you?
No, it's just that I don't think I could stand a month of sulking, sighing, pursed lips, notes addressed to Judas Harrop.
Let's mingle, shall we?
Oh, Dad. Je vous présente Mademoiselle Françoise de Valet. Françoise, mon père.
Hello? Hello?
Dad, maybe I could stay with her. She lives in this enormous house near Versailles. And they go to Biarritz every summer, where she's got a horse.
But it's her personality you like.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got her own chauffeur and her own telly in her
Now,
bedroom.
stop this, Sam. Now, look, there's more to people than appearances. Huh?
This is Madame de Valet.
Oh, enchanté. Simon Harrop.
This is Madame Arab?
Huh? Oh, no. Elle est what's French for au pair?
Yes, au pair. Very pleased to meet you.
Voulez-vous boire quelque chose?
Glass of red wine, please.
Tout.
And how is your English coming on with Mr. Arab? Oh, I'm not one of the old parents. I'm just doing here for the work and that, you know.
Excusez-moi.
Aha! Judas.
Oh, God.
Well, now we've introduced ourselves.
Now, before you say anything, Derek...
Before I say anything, I'd like you to know that nothing you say will have anything to do with what I'm saying.
No, Derek, you don't understand.
I understand. Perfectly. Perfectly. There. I made a pact with you. You agreed not to let your daughter, Sam, go to Emma, and I agreed not to let my daughter, Paris, go with them.
No, Derek, actually...
And I find you here this evening at this pick-a-Parisian or find-a-frog party.
Look, Nell is paying for Sam. I've got nothing to do with it.
Well, I told Muriel straight. I came right out with it. I was strong. Ooh, very. At least I was after I'd come out of the wine bar where I'd had a couple
glasses,
bottles. Yeah, I came right out with it. Muriel, I bellowed. Muriel, I have come to my decision. Emma is not going to Paris, and that is that.
And what did she say?
Nothing. She slammed the phone down on me. So that means that Emma's not going to Paris, and I've been sent to Coventry, so I thought I'd come here, cheer myself up with a little chine and wheeze.
Yes, well, just be a little easy on the wheeze, will you? I'm going to find Sam, make sure she doesn't exchange with some spoilt brat.
Unless she's got a tasty mum or elder sister.
Derek, Nell's over that way. And Isabel's there. And Sam is that way.
I'll stay here then. Bonsoir. Je suis Derek Yates. Et je suis...
Emma Yates' father?
Ah, oui. How do you know?
Well, I'm her form mistress.
Enchanté.
Well, I must say, Mr. Yates, your French is much better than your maths.
Mr. Harrow, this is Roger.
Oh, hello.
Enchanté, monsieur.
He's French, but he lives in London. I've been telling him all about dynamic equilibrium.
It sounds fascinating, yeah.
Dad?
Oh, where's,
Francoise?
Yeah.
With her mum.
Ah.
Asking her the meaning of snob, stuck up, pretentious, big-headed.
What?
Well, I called all those because she was, and so's her mum. But it doesn't matter because I've met Michel. Bye.
Great.
Madame Morrisseau, my son-in-law.
Bonsoir.
She's a widow.
No.
Her Michel seems to have taken quite a shine to Samantha.
Oh, really?
I think they'll have a lovely month together.
Oh, great.
Dad, I'd like you to meet Michel.
Right. Well, I can't wait to meet her. Michel.
With some careless word of foolish love. Me and my girl, we've got each other, whatever life may send us. Me and my girl, we've got each other, however life may bend us. Sure, we'll see tears fall, love never lost.